Chairman, I rise today to support the amendment presented by Congresswoman Eshoo on behalf of the public interest, the people's interest, free elections and a healthy, transparent, and open public discourse. More than 1 year ago, the Supreme Court opened the floodgates to unlimited corporate spending, secret, unlimited corporate spending, and influence over our campaigns and our public policy debates. In doing so, in the Citizens United decision, dealt a harsh blow to a fundamental principle of our democracy, that voters determine the outcome of elections, not moneyed special interest. In response, with bipartisan support in this House of Representatives, the House passed the DISCLOSE Act to require corporations to stand by their ads, the same way candidates do, and to keep foreign-owned entities from playing any role in our elections. The measure included a provision to keep government contractors and TARP recipients, beneficiaries of taxpayer support, out of our elections, preventing them from using taxpayer dollars for their own agendas. Senate Republicans, in the Senate, the Republicans blocked the DISCLOSE Act, yet the value it represented, that sunlight is the best disinfectant, must remain a call to action for both parties in both houses. Many of the new members who are here campaigned on the principle that special interests play too big a role in our democracy. Many of them.
The gentleman's correct. The House is in order. Members, please take their conversations from the floor.
The American people have constantly called upon Congress to act in the people's interest, not the special interest. Today, we have another opportunity, thanks to Congresswoman Eshoo, to answer the public's call to action for transparency, for openness, for true democratic elections. Thanks to Congresswoman Eshoo, we are highlighting this critical challenge to our democracy through an amendment to ensure that taxpayer dollars are not directed to federal contractors who refuse to disclose their political expenditures. No dollars in this act can be used to engage in enter into a contract with any corporation or company which refuses to disclose its political expenditures. They could be using taxpayer dollars to weigh in a secret, unlimited way in campaigns.
Mr. Speaker, the House is still not in order. Our former Speaker is speaking from the well and deserves.
It's not a message that some of our members want to hear.
Would the gentlelady
because it
suspend, please? The committee will be in order. Members, please take your conversations off the floor.
I know that this is a message that some of you...
The gentlelady may continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know that some of you may not want to receive this message, but it is a message that the American people have delivered to us over and over again, that they do not want special interest, but their secret, unlimited expenditures dominating our elections and therefore dominating public policy in this Congress. So I'm grateful to Congresswoman Eshoo for highlighting this critical challenge to our democracy, again through an amendment to ensure that taxpayers' dollars are not directed to federal contractors who refuse to disclose their political expenditures. With this measure, we could take one step forward in the fight to restore fairness to our political process and preserve the integrity of our elections by disclosing the unlimited, secret, endless flow of corporate dollars into campaigns. This Republican majority, many of you voted for the DISCLOSE Act as presented by Mr. Van Hollen in the last session. I hope that you will choose again between putting the corporate interest or choosing the public interest. It should not be a hard choice, but we will find out soon enough where you stand. I urge all of my colleagues to join Congresswoman Eshoo in continuing a fight for meaningful reform and to advance the cause of accountability in our campaigns. We owe it to the American people. We owe it to our founders who invested so heavily in this democracy. And we owe it to the future. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentlelady's time has expired.
Mr. Chairman.
For what purpose does the gentleman from New York rise?